Well, what is up, lords and ladies of Westeros, and welcome back to yet again another House of the Dragon reaction video. This time, I gotta give a shout out to Jackson, who just recently commented on my last kind of promotional behind-the-scenes reaction video for House of the Dragon. Let me know that this was a thing. I completely, honestly missed it, so yeah, shout out to Jackson. Jackson's the reason why we're getting this video in. So yeah, I already see that this video is 4 minutes and 50 seconds long, so I can't wait to check out this behind the scenes. It's got the title of Returning to Westeros, which is very exciting. So I'll share my thoughts as we go, as always, and I'll definitely dive a little bit deeper after the fact. That way I'm not, distracting myself from checking out this video. But yeah, go ahead, smash that subscribe button if you haven't done so. We've got tons of House of the Dragon, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, Star Wars, Andor, you name it. All things across the Geekverse, this is your place. So again, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you like what you see. All right, let's not waste any more time. We've got all of our plugs. We've got our little intro done. Let's check out this behind the scenes promotional material for House of the Dragon.
When I got a call saying that they were making this show that was set 200 years before Game of Thrones,
200
I was really
years,
interested.
yeah.
When I got
What up, Patty?
For that split second, you're like, oh my god, you're in Game of Thrones, it's the biggest thing ever.
What up,
Put the
Steve?
phone down, you're like, oh god, now I've got to do it.
Game of Thrones has such a history and a fan base and a culture that exists
Emma,
beyond
she's
it and
gonna
around
crush it. She's gonna
It's
crush
the
it.
biggest TV show, so yeah, so there's a bit of pressure to live up to.
Millie's gonna crush it too. They're all gonna crush it. Ooh, cool shot. Really cool shot. Returning to Westeros.
How do we make Thrones but not Thrones?
Ooh.
What's good about Thrones? What worked in Thrones? What didn't? What do we want to better? How do we want to evolve the style?
We
It wasn't
heard
just a prequel for prequel's sake. There was actually a reason to tell this story. The Targaryens are the fascinating dynasty that
we've
don't
heard a
really
lot of
know
this
much
already
about from the
from
original
Miguel
books,
and,
because at that point
and
they've
Ryan.
all died out.
I believe his
There
name's
was this
Ryan,
once
the guy that's
great
talking
day
right
where
now.
there were dozens of Targaryens running around and a bunch of dragons, and they ruled over Westeros. It was a time of peace and prosperity, and everybody knew that if you messed with the Targaryens, you would get the dragons, so nobody dared to overthrow them. This period in Westeros was a very decadent time. So you get to see what the realm looks like before
Great
it descends into the detritus and post-decadence of war that you see in the original series. So I was fascinated in going back to that time and seeing the Targaryens at their height and learning what it was that Daenerys lost and trying to win back throughout the
Daenerys?
story.
The original Game of Thrones was very much an epic that was weaving together various different threads. It still has that scale and scope, but it's really just the story of one family slowly tearing itself apart.
That's intriguing. To me, it's intriguing.
There's a wish fulfillment for an audience of things they want to see. We're not here to not give it to them. We're here to give them the thing that they want, just not in the way that they're expecting.
We're not trying to rehash the past. We're trying to find something fresh and exciting.
We
Okay.
wanted to very much embrace the feel and the world of Game of Thrones, but we had the flexibility to enlarge and enhance. But there was this very strong feeling that we wanted the audience to feel they're in the same show.
The first time
They keep
I
saying the
walked
right
on
things
set
again.
where King's Landing's been built, I feel that no one told them that that isn't how films are made now, that you don't have to build the whole castle. But no, it's all there and it's all in the right place.
You read the script at home and you imagine the scene, and then when you come in, it's always twice the size you imagined it.
You walk around these sets that look like ancient monuments and
Wow.
buildings with massive statues, or you can be on these amazing locations. You cannot believe that this is on the earth somewhere this extraordinary.
So cool.
The other
so
set of Game
cool.
of Thrones was absolutely brilliant, and the costume were brilliant.
We
so
got the half up,
it was not
half
a question
down Jon
of
Snow buns coming back.
doing better. It was just a question of doing something beautiful.
We had said to ourselves, we're going to pull our horns in on season 1. We're going to start in a more grounded, more intimate way. But even with our horns pulled in, it was just big.
One of the many beautiful things
That's
that
good.
George did with his creation
Big
of
is better.
Westeros is it really feels three-dimensional and fully realized, and that there's thousands of years of history, and you can get lost in a good way in the world of Westeros.
For me, the best fiction, the best drama is about characters. House of the Dragon is a story about very flawed human beings, capable of love and hate, capable of doing good things, capable of doing monstrous things.
There he
I
is.
genuinely hope that audiences are open to watching a new chapter in the Game of Thrones saga.
Game of Thrones was its own thing, and it was a cultural phenomenon. But this is something else. It's a different story. The scale of the story is told in a different way.
All that size that we loved in Game of Thrones is here, but House of the Dragon is rooted in the domestic and the familial.
I hope fans will get everything that they got
Love
out
those.
of Game of Thrones and more. More dragons.
17 of them. Alright, I think that was it. I believe that was it. There you go. Okay. I really loved the first promotional video that they released because it was really showing why and getting into the fact that they didn't want to just do a story for story's sake, you know, basically kind of like a money grab. That's kind of what that first video was focused on, was, okay, look, we did this because we've got a legit story. This one, they're starting to bring out the actors, actresses, the performers. I think they're starting to get flashy with it because, you know, they're at the very end, they're saying, yeah, we've got dragons. We've got tons of dragons. So if you want dragons, this is the show for you. So this promotional material attempts to swing a little bit more, maybe to, I think, engage the audiences and people that maybe weren't engaged with the first promotional material potentially. I mean, the title of Returning to Westeros, that's enough. That's enough for me. You just put out a picture, a tweet or something that says House of the Dragon, Return to Westeros. You don't have to show me the actors or actresses saying all of these great things. I'm already in. But, you know, you got to show those extra things for people that aren't like me. So, yeah, this was a great promotional piece. Again, this one starts to dive into the cool set pieces, the cool shots, the great performers, dragons, things like that. So, yeah, there's my reaction. We are returning to Westeros very, very soon, and I cannot wait to do so. Man, I think it's less than a month now. Less than a month. And of course, as always, if you want more House of the Dragon content, this is your place. Again, shout out to Jackson for bringing this to my attention, because I wouldn't have even seen this thing if it hadn't been for Jackson. So, yeah, thank you so much for checking out this video. I'll go ahead and get out of here. Yeah, peace out. And as we always say on Geekverse Reactions, we'll see you on Earth 2.